Today we are going to make a calculator using HTML in which you can add, subtract, multiply or divide. It is going to be a very fun and quick lesson. Hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments. Thank you.
Today what we will be going to do, so we will be going to create the text box, the second text box, four buttons and the result box. Okay, what exactly the working of this web page is like. When we enter the first number, the second number, so one click of the button, any of the button will get the respective result in this text box. Okay, for example, if it is 12 and 56, I'll click on the plus button, so I'll get 68, right? The addition of these two numbers getting from the text box. Similarly, if I click on the minus, so I'll get minus 44, right? Because first number is 12, lesser than the second number. Similarly, multiplication 672, and I'll give you the assignment for the division at the end. Okay, thanks. Hi everyone. So let's start a demo or a file for HTML to create a calculator. So first of all, we'll create a file calc.html. Okay. So basically, what we will be going to create today is just like that the two boxes. One is to take first number, another one is to take second number. Then four buttons we will be going to create downside for plus, minus, multiply and divide. Okay, so whenever I pass some number here, suppose, and on click of this button I want to show the result downside. I hope the scenario is clear to you. A simple calculator having two buttons, four buttons, two text boxes and one result box. Okay, so basically in the body section, first of all, obviously for every website, every web page, you should design it. Okay, you should create the component in such a manner that it will actually display on the page, and then we'll start creating the events. Okay, so first of all we'll be going to create the two text boxes. So the text boxes is like input, and I said its label, or I'll set the name as F1. Okay, I'll set the placeholder like first num number. Okay, what is placeholder? You must have noticed some text boxes show me the text inside the box itself, right? The moment you start typing in the text box, it replaced by that text which you written there. Okay, so it behaves like that, and I'll put the ID as well. Let's say T1. ID is to make this field, make this element unique. Okay, later on you will get to know what exactly we will be going to do with the ID. Okay, and now I'll take F2. We should take care about the case sensitivity of the values as well. Although in HTML it's not mandatory to consider the case sensitivity of the values, but when we'll go to the JavaScript, right? So it is like, mandatory. So T2, I put the ID. Now I'll be going to create the buttons. So I'll take the input itself, and the type I'll text as button. Let's take button itself. I'll set the label. No label is here. Okay, fine. So I'll close this input box. Okay, and now I said plus. Let's see, there is no requirement to wait and check what you are doing by taking the reference from your website, online, anywhere. What you can do, you just simply run this file on browser and check what exactly happening in this file. So I'll open it on the live server. I have downloaded one extension. Okay, plus is outside. Okay, so that means the plus must not be comes here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll use its value and I'll use plus inside the value. How it works? Yeah, perfect. I'm on the right track right now. What I'll do, I want, because the same four buttons, more three buttons. So I'll copy paste the content and just I'll change the values inside it. Okay, how it's look? Good, cool, cool. I want the button should be in the next line. So what I'll do, I'll use the BR tag. Okay, so sorry. So BR, okay, BR is used to break the content, okay, the line break basically. So if I save this, so this comes under next line, okay. I can use more BRs to give it more enters. Now it's cool, okay. Now what I want, the last thing, very good. We need a result box. So let me have the input type text कर दें इसको. Let's make it input type text. Okay, it will be more good thing we can add in it. Okay, Alt Z to wrap it in the VS Code itself. Okay, now I'll take one more input type text and I'll take the placeholder, or not placeholder, let's not take the placeholder. Okay, and I'll take the ID as R1 for result. Okay, anything else I want to take? No, I don't want. I don't want. Okay, yeah, we can take result like this. Huh? Fine. Okay, we done with the designing part. Okay, fine. So let's uh, hop to the scripting part. Means event. Let's give it life. Okay, fine. Let me perfect results it in the next line, or I can create one more BR tag like this and we done it. Okay, now what I want to give this page a life. That means abhi right now it's not doing anything for me. Means I'm writing 12 here, I'm writing 45 here, I'm clicking on plus button, but I'm not getting the result. Why? Because it's not actually working as expected. Because it's not have JavaScript part, no. So in the head section, I'll create a script tag. Okay, inside the script tag like this. Uh, so I'll use the DOM. In the JavaScript, we have document object model, which holds the complete structure of your HTML. Okay, everything can be accessed. It could be text, it could be type, it could be the element, it could be element's value. Okay, anything can be accessed using DOM. Basically, DOM is the tree type structure for your browser. Everything about your browser means whatever things you have on the browser will be actually indexed in the DOM. Okay, so using, let's say, document dot get element by ID. You must remember I have created the ID for my text boxes. So this is T1. So let me tell that please fetch the value, not value, but the complete whole element to my script. Okay. So I'll create ref T1. Let's suppose this is a variable because JavaScript is a loosely typed language. So there's no requirement to create the type of your variable. It could be var directly. And in the same manner, I'll fetch the reference for my text box too. Okay, like this, ref t1, ref t2. Fine. So now what I want now, I want the values of these references, right? It should be clear to you. So I'll take it in v1 and var v2 for the second value. So here ref t1's dot value. Make sure you put v as a small because JavaScript is case sensitive. Okay, and then ref t2 dot value. By this code you will get the value whatever you insert in these two boxes. Okay, so this v1 and v2 will get the values, values of t1, I mean text box 1, and the v2 will takes the values of text box 2. Okay, fine. Now what I want that when I click on this button, I want the values of these text boxes need to be fetched when I click on the button. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll run a event. Okay, JavaScript event. Let's say for the button, I have on click button. Okay, do add. Okay, so this do add function has to be declared here in the script section using function keyword. It's predefined keyword we have to use before creating the method in the JavaScript. Now I'll put the content here, Control Alt Shift Alt. Yeah. Okay, let me use this. Okay. So it says that when I click on the button, huh, what it will do for me, it will call this method, right? On the click of this button, this will call this method, and this text box value get fetched in v1 v2. And now what I want, where result suppose, and I said v1 plus v2. Now what I want to set the value of my result text box with the newer value which I get in the res, है ना? Because v1 v2 is the addition of the value of the text boxes, right? So what I'll do, I'll simply change the text value for r1. So what I'll do, first of all, obviously we have to fetch the element, है ना, to the JavaScript, because HTML is something else and JavaScript something else. You have to connect them. Okay. So here what I'll do, I'll copy again the same content, and this time I'll not fetch rt1 but r1. This will give me result result reference, and now I said rest1 dot value should becomes res. Yes. Okay, let me check whether I'm doing it right or not. Okay, if I click on plus, so it is concatenating the content. What exactly that means? Huh? So basically, the values of the text boxes it fetched in the string format. Okay, so whenever you add a string value, so it will always concat. So in that case, you have to convert the string into number. I hope it is clear. Yeah. So basically, what we need to do before adding it, I have to call the number function for v1. Huh? What that mean? This means this will be going to convert the value of v1, which is an internally string, although it has 12 and 45 or any integer value. Integer means any number value. Okay, but still we are eligible, we are able to transfer that value, which is a string value, into number. Okay, and we are converting into the number when we add two numbers, so definitely we should get the value. Yeah, so value, let's say 12 and let's say 78, and I'll add it, and perfectly we get the value 90. 78 plus 12 is nothing but 90, right? Succeeded. Okay, what else I want? I don't want that the result part should be editable. See, we can edit it, right? These two text boxes are editable, that's okay, but I don't want this text box which is the result part should be editable. So what I can do, I can simply use disable. Okay, this is disabled. Now we cannot edit this text box, it's just a read only box now. So what I can do, let me try once again, and we get the output, and we cannot edit it as well. Can you see that? Perfect. So in the same way, we can have the methods for other functions for the buttons. Okay. So what we can do, we can again click on, click and on. Okay. Yeah, we done it. So what I want to create the same method in the script for do subtract as well. Yeah. So what I can do, simply same task I want to do. Okay. It just like I just wanted to change the uh, sign, right? Acha, what if I don't want to write this content again and again, because this is something which is different in all the methods, could be for this addition, subtraction, multiply, divide. Huh? So what I can do, I can create one more function. Huh? Get values. Yeah. In this method, what I'll do, because every time I have to fetch the value of t1, t2, I have to get the values of t1, t2 again. है ना? I have to convert them as well. So what I can do, I can remove that content from this method and put it here. What is the benefit? Huh? What is the benefit? Basically, huh, instead of writing that 4 lines again and again here, huh, we can call this method. Yeah, we can call this method here, and most important part is we can return the values from this method so that we can get the value as well. Huh? So basically what we can do, or let's not do that. Let's not do that. We can initialize this var v1 outside the method, var v1. Okay, I can remove this var from there in the method. Okay, var1 comma v2. So two variables declared. Okay, and simply we are calling the get values here, right? So the moment I call this do add method, it will call the get value, which will do me which will run these 4 lines. Okay, initialize my v1 and v2. I'm converting these two numbers into the number format. Obviously, I told you, है ना? And we are providing the values like this. Similarly, this is what we called as encapsulation, basically, and abstraction as well. The content of the method is encapsulated there, right? And we are calling this method by the name of the method, obviously, right? Simply what we need to do, just change the sign. We get the result accordingly. Let's check if it is working or not. So 12 and 5. So if I add it, so it's working perfectly. And if I subtract it to 12 minus 5, it's 7. It's perfectly fine. And most important, we get rid of the redundancy as well, because this otherwise this code I have to write in this method also, right? Similarly, we can do with the multiplication as well. I want you to do it on yourself. Okay, so for the division I am giving you the option, chance to do it on yourself. Okay, I'll do it the multiplication for you. Okay, what, I did something wrong here. So res. Okay, let's check if it is working for multiplication as well. No, it's not. Why? Let me see what's wrong. So get value, it's okay. That's okay. Okay. Do mul. And what? Okay, I missed this line, no? I missed this line. See, copy pasting if makes your stuff easy. So sometimes it actually creates problem for you as well. Huh? Okay, let me 3, and it's not still working. Okay, fine. Let me check. Okay, the variable. Huh? This must be the value, right? So this must be the value. See, I told you. Hmm? Not every time copy pasting is good thing. And we get the output. Huh? We get the output and -4. Perfectly. I want you guys to do the divide on yourself. Happy learning.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any more questions, you can just let us know in the comments. or let us know which next project you would like to see. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching.